Alrighty, you guys, welcome to my Clickbank for Beginners video here in 2020. I want to talk about exactly what affiliates are not telling you when you're getting started, because you see a lot of other people posting YouTube videos about making money with Clickbank, and you're led to believe that it's easy when there's a few things you need to know before you get started. And yes, it can be simple. It can be somewhat easy, but a lot of people get started. They waste time, they waste energy, they waste money because they don't know what I'm about to talk about within this video today. So what I want to do is I want to show you the business model that most people follow when it comes to making money with Clickbank and why it's wrong. And I'm also going to show you the business model that you should be doing here in 2020 and beyond. You might be watching this in 2021, 2022. This still applies because this business model has stood the test of time. So what I want to do is I actually want to switch real quickly to my screen here so I can show you guys this little drawing on the whiteboard. So let me actually show you this right now. So this is actually the old way of doing affiliate marketing. This is the way that most people are making money on the internet through selling other people's products. The first thing is the ad. Now, the ad could be a YouTube video. It could be a Facebook post, right? You scroll down through Facebook, you see those little sponsored posts. People are actually paying to be there. Same thing with YouTube ads. When a video is about to play, maybe before you watch this video, you saw a video show up in front of it that you watched, and people have the ability to click that ad. That's considered an ad as well. It could be a blog post with a link that goes to a sales process. That could be an ad. So an ad is really anything that happens before a sell happens, right? So again, Facebook, YouTube, a blog. It could be a TikTok ad. You know, if you're scrolling through TikTok, you'll see some ads that show up that have like a little yellow call to action telling you exactly what to do next. So the first thing when it comes to marketing is you need an ad. You need to drive people from the social media platform onto a website. So the website could be a pre-sale page, which is pretty much a page that has a bunch of text on it. And then it has a button at the end of it. And I'll actually show you guys some examples after I finish up here. There's also what's called an opt-in page. So people can go from an ad to an opt-in page where they're asked to enter their name and email address in exchange for something for free. Maybe it's a free video series. Maybe it's a free audio. Maybe it's a free ebook. And then what happens after somebody enters their information, they go into what's called an autoresponder service. And that autoresponder service logs names and email addresses. So then you as a marketer can follow up with those people if they don't decide to buy the offer right here. So after they fill in the opt-in page, their email address is logged into the autoresponder, and then they're sent straight to the offer. Now, this is the way that most people are doing affiliate marketing. And even some people, what they're doing is they're entirely skipping this step right here. They're actually skipping the pre-sale and the opt-in, and they're going straight from the ad to the offer. That can work. I've seen people teach it, like Robbie Blanchard, if you're familiar with Commission Hero. He teaches this sort of methodology, and it can work. But the ad has to be really good, and the offer has to be really good. And you as an affiliate need to be paid well for that. Okay. So most affiliate offers, okay, let me get into the math of this. Most affiliate offers, they're going to pay you about 50% commissions. Okay. And these 50% commissions can be on a product that's anywhere between, let's just say $50. And this is kind of the averages, all the way up to, about, I would say, $200. Okay. So you'd be getting 50% of 50 or 200. Okay. So when you do the math here, let me just do some math for you guys. And a lot of people don't think about this when they're getting started with affiliate marketing, is they just simply, they get started quickly. They go to Clickbank, they pick a product, and we'll run through some products in just a second. They'll pick a product, they'll connect the product to an ad, they'll send it to the offer, and then they end up spending a lot of money, and they might make a couple sales, maybe they don't, but they end up losing a lot of money in the long run. Because that is the fastest way to succeed online, you guys, is through paid advertising. So remember how I was talking about the ad right here? And we were talking about like ads on TikTok, ads on YouTube before a video plays, ads on Facebook. You know, you're paying for all of those listings. So sometimes you're paying per click, you're paying per impression, or you're paying per view. And that's going to be the easiest way to get somebody to buy an affiliate product. It's going to be by far the easiest way. But what most people are doing is they're simply just going to Facebook, they're setting up their ad, they're sending the ad straight to the offer, and then they end up losing a lot of money because they don't work out the math. Okay? So when you're making $50 to $200, but yet you realize you're spending about $250 to $300, you're actually losing money, right? And that's what most people are doing. So how do you solve this problem? So let me run you through this. So you run people from the ad to the pre-sale or opt-in to the offer, and typically your conversion rate throughout this process is going to be about 2%. So if you are, let's say you're spending let's say $1 per click. And this is really like, that's if you're a good marketer. Let's actually make this a little bit more conservative and realistic. Let's say you're spending $2 per click, right? So $2 per click. And then let's say that 50% of these people are actually opting in. That's kind of giving you the benefit of the doubt. And then 2% of people are buying here, over here, right? So, you know, this is sort of what it's going to look like. And if we work out the math, I'm actually going to bring up the trusty phone right here, and we're just going to work out the math. So let's say I send 100 visitors. Okay, we're going to say it's 100 visitors. That's costing me $2 per click to get those visitors. You know, that's, let's see, 100 times $2, right? That's $200. So we got $200 we spent so far. Okay. And then 50% of people are opting in. So we're actually getting about 50 of those because we started with 100. Now only 50% of people are seeing this. So we're getting 50 of those. And then about 2% of those people are buying, okay, this $50 to $200 product. Now with a $200 product, typically your conversions are going to be a lot lower. So we'll meet in the middle. We'll say it's a $100 product and you get $50 commissions, okay? Because that's pretty reasonable for a 2% conversion rate. So that's going to be $50 that you just made, which means 200 minus $50 down here, you lost $150, okay, on the front end. Now, this is kind of in a perfect world. The numbers might even be worse than this. Now, you might say, well, you've now captured emails right here, so you can just rely on the email autoresponder series. That would work, right? Well, we don't know that for sure. We're having to probably wait 30, 60, maybe 90 days to see if these people that were added to the email list actually end up buying. Because usually it takes about 7 exposures before somebody decides to make a buying decision. So this is why most people are failing, is because they want to make money fast and they know the fastest way to make money is through paid advertising, but they don't work out the math. So it never works for them because they don't work out the math and they actually don't know how much you need to spend or you're going to spend on ads with YouTube or Facebook. Each platform is different. They don't know the game, in other words, before they play it. So what I want to do for those of you guys, because this is a beginner video, I want to show you kind of what this process really looks like. So let me actually take you through. Let's go find a YouTube ad if we can find one. And we're just going to type in, let's say, lose weight, or wait, let's type in weight loss supplements. No, let's go ahead and type in intermittent fasting because that's always pretty popular. As you can see, there's a lot of ads right here for it. I'm going to go ahead and click on right here. Let's hope an ad pops up. So we'll see this right now. So boom, you can actually see an ad just popped up. And this ad obviously is not related to dieting because I've been searching for on YouTube things that have to do with making money online. So this is pretty much a make money online video. These guys probably sell you into a webinar or a product, or get you into a webinar to sell a product and get you to sign up for some course. So we can still show you the process, right? So this would be the ad right here. And you can see it says sign up right here. And then in 2 seconds, I can actually skip the ad. If I select sign up, this is now, let me actually stop this real quickly because we're actually not on the right page. So give me just a second. Sorry about that, you guys. Let me show you the right screen here. So I'm going to run through this again for you guys so you get it. So this is essentially what is going to happen. Okay. So somebody types in intermittent fasting for beginners. Okay. You got the ads right here, but they're likely, going to click one of these listings here. These are the paid listings on YouTube. They do have, obviously you can see there's text listings now, and they also have, the organic listings. So people are actually ranking here for free through content creation. But if I go ahead and click on this ad, you can see that there is, no video before this video. Okay. So there's no ad, in other words, showing up. So let me actually go to another video and let's see if this video works. Okay, nothing there as well. We'll go ahead and keep on looking. Let's go ahead and click on this one. No ad there. And we're just going to kind of keep clicking until we hopefully come across an ad. Okay, so here's a perfect example right here. So you can see that in 2 seconds, this ad's going to show up. Or I'm sorry, this video is going to show up. But this is the ad right here that's showing up before the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on sign up. And you can see it leads us to our pre-sell / opt-in page that we were talking about. And you can see it's got a headline, it's got a sub-headline here, and then yes, reserve my spot. And then I can sign up for this webinar and then get on the webinar. And then eventually, they bring up the offer and they sell me the offer. So that's really the process of selling somebody something on the internet, whether it be a Clickbank product. So it looks like they are selling some product of, how to make money with Clickbank, it seems like. So it's a make money online product, not a fitness product, because I've been searching for make money online stuff, as I stated. And what YouTube will do is show you ads related to what you've searched for in the past. So that's why we're on this intermittent fasting video, but yet there's an ad that's showing up before it about making money online. Okay. So if I click on skip ads, it's going to take me to, the original video that I wanted to watch. Okay. And that's really the process. So let me go ahead and let me jump back to what I just showed you guys, so we can kind of just review this. Okay. So I showed you the ad. I showed you an example of a pre-sell or an opt-in. And of course, in this case, the example that I showed you, the offer is actually on a webinar that you have to jump on. Okay. So the problem with this, with affiliate marketing, because the way that affiliate marketing works is you don't get to keep all the money. So if I'm promoting a $100 product, I only get like a portion of that. I might get 50% commission. I might get 30%. I might get 10%, right? It all depends on the product owner and what type of commission they want to pay out. But you've realized here with the math is it doesn't work out. And this is the exact reason why most people fail with Clickbank and most people fail with affiliate marketing, is because they're not able to keep all the money. The ad and the process that I just showed you over on YouTube, those two guys, they're selling a product that's probably over $1,000, probably 2,000 maybe, right around 1,000. That's usually kind of the prime price point for, selling something on a webinar, but they're able to keep all the money. So they can actually spend up to $1,000 to acquire a customer and break even. Okay, so they can spend $1,000 on ads, sell a $1,000 product, and boom, they've broken even on the front end. Where with you, you're selling a lower ticket product, $50 to $200. You're not making as much. You only get a cut of the commission, and you end up in the red. You end up turning your ads off. Now there are products out there that are $1,000, and you make 50% commission, but that's still $500, and you're still having to make these numbers work. So what you want to have when it comes to affiliate marketing, number one, if you want to succeed with Clickbank, the first thing when you're getting started is to do free traffic strategies. Okay, you don't want to be doing page traffic strategies with Clickbank. And when you see people getting results with Clickbank a lot on YouTube, most YouTubers, they're showing you their organic results. So don't get it twisted. So when you're getting started with Clickbank marketing, you want to do free traffic, whether that be creating YouTube videos, it be creating, going into Facebook groups and promoting the Clickbank product, whether it be forums, whether it be blogging, ranking websites. You want to pick a free traffic strategy. And in the beginning, you want to trade your time for money. You don't want to be trading your money in hopes to make money, because then you're just essentially gambling. Okay. And I don't like my odds when I'm gambling. So make sure you drive that home first, because if you're doing free advertising strategies, you're able to put in your own effort, your own work of consistency, just like this video here, and you're able to make commissions and not have to spend any money. So again, you're only spending your time. Then what you can do is you can reinvest that money either into paid advertising. Okay, that's one thing that you can do, and start scaling that way with higher ticket products, or you can invest into yourself and start learning how to promote your own products on the front end of affiliate products. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back to the screen. I'm going to show you the trusty whiteboard of justice. Once again, you guys should be able to see it right now. Okay, still getting used to this software here. But this is an example of my program that I created myself. Okay, and the really cool thing about it is I can add affiliate programs to the back end. Now, I'm not telling you to do this right now. What I'm saying is start with free traffic strategies, start selling affiliate products first, other people's products, and then eventually graduate to promoting your own products. So this is an example of a funnel that includes my own products. And a funnel is just simply a sales process, just like I showed you in the previous example. Okay, so again, you got the opt-in here, you've got the ad right here, you've got the opt-in, and you've got the offer right here. So this is a front-end offer at $7. I get to keep all the money. Pretty cool, right? And the conversion rate's higher. We get about a 7 to 8% conversion rate on this, not a 2%, because it's a low ticket product at $7. And then people go to a checkout page, and then on the checkout page, we make another offer for $37. I get to keep all of that money. And then after that, they're then upsold to yet another offer for $97. I'm able to keep all of that. And then they check out and they go to a case study video. They watch it, they book a call, and then I'm able to generate another $5,000 to $25,000 off of that. Okay. So what you could do is when you're ready, you can add a couple products here. And then right here, instead of adding yet another one of your products, if you don't want to have to do all the work to create a high ticket program, maybe you just want to create a couple low ticket programs. Right here, though, you can add an affiliate offer from Clickbank. in this position right here. So essentially what's happening is you're sending people through a sales funnel. Just like if you were to drive up to a fast food restaurant like a McDonald's, right? They ask you, okay, what would you like first? And you say, I want a hamburger. And they're like, would you like that in a combo meal? Sure. Would you like to supersize it for 99 more cents? So now there's already been 2 upsells in addition to your hamburger. There's been the combo meal with fries and a drink, and then supersizing, which makes your fries and drink and maybe your hamburger even bigger. And then they might even offer you dessert. So McDonald's doesn't make money on the hamburger. They actually make money on the stuff that happens after the hamburger. And that's what you want to do. When you bring people into your sales funnel with paid advertising, you just want to break even. So we want to, spend $100 here, and this, selling these products here, right? We want to say if we spend $100, we want to make $100 back. And then right here on the back end is where we want to make our profit. Okay. And you might want to go through this video a couple times before you really, really get it. And then as we explained, we got the autoresponder series right here where we capture, the name and email address. And then what's so cool about this is they go into an autoresponder service where automatically they receive emails day in and day out, enticing them to go back to this page right here and buy. Because again, like I said, it takes about 7 exposures before people buy. So let me actually show you exactly how you would go about picking a product on Clickbank to promote with free traffic, because that's like the next phase, right? So I'm going to enter my username, password here. You guys can see that I don't do a lot of promotion on Clickbank, but I do promote a lot of my own stuff. And it's for this very reason that I get to keep a lot, most of the, all of the money. So most of the money I stated because, there's obviously merchant fees and stuff like that. So, just this month to July 7th, we've already done, $26,000. If I go to the last 4 weeks, we've done nearly $100,000. So this just goes to show you, I practice what I preach. I know what I'm talking about. It's not to brag or anything like that for those trolls in the YouTube comments. So let me go ahead and log back in here so you guys can see. I'm going to go to Marketplace here. Okay. And by the way, just to sign up for Clickbank, I know I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit. All you got to do is go to clickbank.com, click on sign up, and just follow the instructions here. They pay on time every single week. All your information is kept private. You could choose to receive a check or have, your commissions wired to you through bank. That's completely up to you. I like to have it wired through the bank. And then once you get, you sign up with your username and password, like I said, you're going to log in and it's going to take you to this page. Then you just go to the marketplace up here, and then we can scroll down and we can go to, for example, health and fitness. So the process that I showed you, the first process on the whiteboard, remember how I said that obviously does not work, right? I'm going to show you proof that it doesn't work again, not just by showing you the numbers, but showing you proof. So check this out. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if I go to initial sales, $222.93 plus $35 in upsells, that's right around, we'll call it, 200 and let's see, 22, 32, 42, 52, like $257 that we made. But let me show you how much money I spent on this campaign, $1,644. I lost like over $1,400, easily over $1,300. Okay. So yeah, that obviously doesn't work. Now, if I go to just like this year, go to this year, if I can find this year, let's click on custom. And let's see if we can go from January 2020, the 1st, up to today, the 7th of July, and click apply. You can see that this account right here, $154,945, almost $155,000. Okay, and once again, I didn't share my screen, so let me actually, guys, again, I beg you to give me a little bit because I keep forgetting to switch screens here. So let me go ahead and share the screen again of my Google AdWords account, okay? So this is proof. If I show you this number right here, which is $154,945 that I've spent in this account right here. You can see that this account right here, tactical marketing, $2,690 or $2,696.65 I've spent, but I showed you in Clickbank, we only made like $257 or something like that. I lost over $2,400 because the numbers didn't work out and the sales process was broken. I didn't have the upsells and all of that other good stuff. And that's why I lost. This number right here, you can see it says $154,945. This is from selling and promoting my own products on the front end, the sales process that I just recently showed you. And then let me show you the actual income results from that. So you guys are liking this, please smash that like button. If you would, like my man in the comments, we've got who we've got in the comments says, this is super valuable. Howard Luna, appreciate that, my man. So if I go ahead and switch to my Kartra screen here, you guys can see under my product section, I'm gonna go to sales, and then I'm gonna go to this year. Check this out, revenue. 451, let me see, $451,235. We spent $154,000, okay, that you saw on my Google AdWords account to generate $451,000. That's why, guys, that's why it's so important to have your own sales processes when you're doing paid advertising. The whole goal of this video really is obviously to teach you how to make money with Clickbank as a beginner, but to help you realize that you should be doing paid advertising. Solo ads might be the exception to the rule, but you shouldn't be doing paid advertising with Clickbank products, okay? Yes, it can work, but there's so much risk and so few people succeed with it. You need to start with free traffic strategies. I know it's not sexy. I know it takes consistent work every day. You need some sweat equity, but I promise you it is 100% worth it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch back to the Clickbank account, okay? And you can see all the different products right here. I just want to quickly show you guys how to pick a product. I usually like to sort by popularity. And then the higher the gravity, the better. Okay, for beginners, you know, there's going to be a lot of people in the comments who are like, well, you could get like a 30 gravity, and if it's this and that, not a lot of competition. And I go to YouTube and Google and I search for in title and do all this complicated stuff. This is a beginner video. Okay, if you're a beginner, you could succeed with free traffic and promoting a high gravity product. Okay, that's all you need to know. So I like to start for beginners with a gravity of over 50 at least. You can see this has gravity 127, 362. You don't really need to know what it means at this point. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is to pick a product that has over 50 gravity or so, okay? So this one has 74. And then what you would do after you pick a product, like let's go and let's do Organifi, for example. What we're gonna do is click on the affiliate resources, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to switch back and make sure that I can just share all screens so you guys don't miss out on any of this stuff anymore. So we're just going to share the application window here. And we're going to jump over to this Organifi product. And you can see that it's a green juice, right? So I want to get to know this product. I might even purchase this product. You know, I know it's got a high gravity. You could even look for reviews on it on Google. And if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and purchase it. It's going to be a good investment because you're going to sell a lot of copies of it at the end of the day. Okay. So what we're going to do is you can see that, you know, it's a green juice. It helps weight loss, helps other, you know, general health problems. Okay. You got your email swipes here. You've got, you know, terms and conditions here. Okay. So a little bit of info. I would like more info. Okay, so this is the green juice that we've selected. There's the red juice. It's anti-aging, the gold, pain relief and sleep. And you've got Key insights. Ooh, top affiliate product for the last year. Sweet. I kind of like this one. This gold. This is a new one too as well. So what we're going to do is we're now going to go to YouTube, and we want to now get traffic, right? We've selected a product. We know the pain points of that product. We kind of sort of understand that product. Of course, I've kind of gone through this fairly quickly. What I would actually recommend that you do is click on Organifi itself, the listing here or the sales page, and read about it. Take notes of what it's about. Like this one saves time, mental clarity, improve health, reduce stress. I would write all these points, these benefits down. I would write down the ingredients. I would write down as much as I can about the product. And then we would jump over here. We would go to YouTube and we would start typing in like how to boost immunity. So how to boost immune system, you can see. Okay, and what's really cool about this is you notice as I was typing in how to boost immune, YouTube is giving me ideas based off of what people are actually typing in to YouTube. So we can write down all these different ideas here, and these can be topics that we can talk about in videos or that we can even create blog posts about, okay? This, guys, is where you're going to need to do the work, right? It doesn't sound sexy at all, but you have to do the work. Somebody's got to do the work. But I promise you, it's going to pay you in dividends in the long term. So now what we're doing is we're in the process of building our brand online. So you can see how to boost immune system at home, for example. So what we could do is we could create a video around this. As you can see, look, this video's got 1.1 million views in 3 months. So if you create a video around this topic, and we can actually go into these other videos here, and we can see, we can take notes of what they're about. And we can also take the knowledge and the research of, maybe what we've done elsewhere. Maybe we've looked at some articles on Google. Maybe we've been in some groups on Facebook. We've educated ourselves about how to boost the immune system at home. We've started taking supplements. We're actually getting some results. So we've boosted our own immune system. Now we can go teach others, right? You can't teach others something unless you've somewhat not mastered, a specific topic, but enough about the topic. You've gotten results with it. So it's the learn, do, teach method, guys. Write this down. Learn, do, and teach. You learn something, right, by doing research. We can go through these videos. We digest the information. We implement the information, right, do the information, and then we teach the information. That's how you make money online, essentially, you guys. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to have experience and some results, right? Whether it's you lost 5 pounds, you learned how to set up an autoresponder if you're on the make money online niche, you lost some weight in your belly, maybe you want to teach on how to get a 6-pack, so on and so forth, right? So what we would do in addition to this is we would look at other benefits that this product provides, like rejuvenate your skin. Okay, how to rejuvenate skin at home, right? Skin naturally, skin under eyes, right? And we can, again, create a video, create an article, create a blog post about how to rejuvenate skin naturally, give people value on how they can rejuvenate their skin, give them some, tactics, techniques that they can follow. And then at the end of your video, just simply say, if you would like to, use a supplement that's obviously changed my life, that's helped rejuvenate my skin, then click the link below and check out Organifi. And that's all you got to say. Literally takes 5 seconds. You're giving value 98% of the time. That's building goodwill and good trust. 2% of the time, you use a call to action. You just simply say, hey, if you want to know more about how to rejuvenate your skin naturally, I've got a product that I think might help you. Go ahead and check it out in the description. And you would lead people straight to this page right here. And the way that you get your affiliate link is just by simply clicking the promote button right here. And you can see this vendor requires affiliates to be pre-approved. So you need to be pre-approved for this specific product, but most products will just allow you. Let me just continue to go. So like this one will allow you I don't know if you can see this pop up, but I would just click on generate hop link and you can just copy the hop link right here. This, in other words, is your affiliate link. You're the only person that has this specific unique link. And so you would just copy that and put it below, your YouTube video, for example. This video here has links below it. So you just put it below the video and tell people to click the link below. And when people buy Organifi, you make money. So you would create a lot of content around the benefits, right? Around exactly what this sales page consists of. So I do a video about spirulina, beets, mint, maybe moringa, rejuvenating skin, detoxifying your body, lemon, coconut water benefits, stuff like that, right? And that would give us ideas for lots of different videos and content that we create. And that, my friends, is how you make real money with Clickbank as a beginner. You might think, well, I'm a beginner. Is this really beginner content? Because I'm having to do YouTube videos. Guys, this is the reality of making money online. You have to go out there and you do have to do the work. In the beginning, just like riding a bike, just like learning how to golf, just like learning how to play basketball, it takes time. It's not easy, right? And you have to accept that. It's like learning math for the first time, right? Learning how to speak a new language for the first time. It's all not easy, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't succeed, is because most people aren't willing to do that work. Okay. So Cord says, I'm broke for paid ads. I don't even have a website. I think online business is not my line, but yet I just gave you a free way to start your online business without having to spend any money out of pocket. You don't have to spend any money out of pocket doing what I just told you. Chances are, Cord, you're probably typing this on a smartphone. You can use that smartphone. You can shoot a video. Doesn't cost you anything. You just need to be resourceful. Okay? Okay, why would anybody pay for ads for small-time profits? Exactly. That's why you shouldn't be promoting Clickbank products with paid ads unless you're an absolute expert. Okay? This is exactly why. If you haven't watched this whole entire video, go back and watch to the beginning. For people that are on live, if you're watching the recording, you can still feel free to go back and get clarity on this. I would recommend you watch this over and over and over again until you internalize it. So any advice on how to title videos, hashtags, etc.? So if your video is how to, what's one of the keywords that I mentioned here? How to rejuvenate skin naturally. Maybe that's the search phrase, in other words, you want to rank for. And by the way, that's just only one way of getting views to your videos. You'll show up in the suggested videos section, maybe the home page, maybe the channel page, many different ways to get views from YouTube. But if the search phrase, once again, was how to rejuvenate skin naturally, you would have how to rejuvenate skin naturally in the title of the video, in the description of the video, and in the tags of the video. This video is a perfect example. If you search for Clickbank for beginners and came to this video, you came to it because I optimized for that search phrase. I got Clickbank for beginners in the title, I got it in the description, and I have it in the tags. So whatever key phrase or search term you want to get views to, or you want to rank in the search engines, it's got to be in the title, the body / description, if it's YouTube, and within your tags. I would sprinkle it around a few times. Don't overdo it. Justin Turner says, you are one of the realest on YouTube, especially since you don't have to do this. It's great insight that can be used immediately. Appreciate that, my man. Means a lot to me. Steve S. says, is it a bad idea to create different Google YouTube accounts so as to build different channels? You can do that if you're willing to do that. But managing multiple channels does take a lot of work. But if you're willing to do that, that's completely fine, Steve. If you've got a channel about health and then another channel about, Ferraris, supercars, then yeah, those definitely need to be in two separate channels. But there might be some niches that are related, like maybe real estate investing and making money online. They're all about making money, right? So you arguably could probably maybe put them in the same channel. But yeah, I mean, if it's two kind of very separate niches, definitely have more than one specific channel per niche. So Howard, thanks for jumping on. He says, this is super valuable, you guys. Hit the like button. Appreciate that. Any questions that you guys have? Did you guys get some value from this? I mean, this is the same process that's helped me generate millions and millions and millions of dollars online, guys. Are there alternatives if you don't have products of your own to promote onto the front end? Yes, you promote affiliate products. You just don't do it with paid advertising yet, okay? Too much risk, as I showed you. Too much risk. So make sure you're always, if you don't have your own product, you don't know how to build funnels, you don't know how to sell, then make sure you just have an affiliate product. That's how I got started. I actually generated my first 7 figures with the first process that I showed you on the whiteboard with free traffic. So make that work. You can make that work, Dennis. I used to spend about an hour before I went to work, and I used to create a lot of content within that hour, maybe 1 video, maybe 2 videos. And then I would put it up on YouTube before I went to work. And then that YouTube video is like virtual real estate. I still have videos I created 6 years ago that pay me today, you guys. Really, really cool stuff. Cool. Hell yeah. Thanks, Josh. Steve says, thanks, my man. Appreciate it. Much value. Cord says, thank you so much. James says, I see you use Kartra. Do you recommend using these types of services? Groove Pages, Kartra, ClickFunnels to buy domains and host simple blog and landing pages instead of doing them by scratch and WordPress? Heck yeah, dude. WordPress will cost you way too much time, too much energy. Tracking is not very good with WordPress. So I use Kartra, and I like Kartra because it's all in one. And I sell my own products. I sell affiliate products. I create membership sites. I need a help desk. So for me, it's good. So depending on what you need to accomplish, you might just need one thing, and ClickFunnels might be good, but that's $97 a month, but you get everything in Kartra for the same amount, $97 a month. So that's what makes it worth it. And they're always improving and updating. I know ClickFunnels is big on live events, but Kartra is really always in the trenches, working to make their software better instead of trying to go out there, and not saying that it's bad that ClickFunnels does it, but sometimes it seems like they're more focused on their events versus improving their software, right? So anyways, guys, any other questions before we go ahead and end this? This is actually the second live that I've done today, but I was just really inspired. I wanted to give you guys some more value. Hope you guys did get a bunch of value from this. And you should know by now, all you need to do is put in some sweat equity, do the work, create content every day, be passionate, most importantly about the niche that you're going into, you know, because passion is the fuel, is an everlasting fuel. You don't need any other fuel. You don't need any other motivation, in other words, if you love what you do, because you'll do it regardless if you get paid or not. So it's really cool because if you're doing it anyways, you're doing a lot of it, even if you wouldn't get paid, you're going to get paid a lot. That's just the byproduct of giving a lot of value out there to the marketplace. So pick a niche, pick something, guys. As a beginner on Clickbank, find a high gravity product that you can get behind, that you can, you know, either are passionate about or you can become passionate about. And again, you can jump over here. Okay. Let me just show this one more time. You can jump over here and scroll through all the categories right here on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. And you can pick a category and just pick a product and then create a full campaign around it, create a lot of content around it, and build your own brand while doing that. So your channel might be about helping people, you know, that are in their 50s lose weight and get fit, you know, by working out, I don't know, twice a week, by walking, geez, I don't know, right? But pick a very specific group of people, and you should be able to visualize what they look like in your head. Once you can visualize what they look like in your head, then the marketing is going to be that much easier, okay? So Hussein says, good stuff. Thank you so much, my man. Court says, it's hilarious. I'm about to start a YouTube channel, and I'm excited to combine niches. Is it really cool to combine niches that aren't related in one channel? You don't want to do that, because when people subscribe to your channel, it's because they want to see more of what they just saw. That's why they subscribed. So if they subscribe because you're showing, exotic cars and you're showing Ferraris, but then you decide to talk about health and weight loss, then they're going to be like, they're going to unsubscribe and you're going to lose followers. And, the video that you created on how to lose weight, that's not going to get that much traction because most of your subscribers are into cars. So you need to make sure that, your videos are congruent and you're just simply giving people more of what they subscribe for, right? If you're going to teach them how to make money online, make videos about making money online. That's why I do this. You look at most of my videos, 99% about making money online, helping you guys build a business. Cool, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight or this morning or in the middle of the day. If you're watching the recording, maybe you're watching this at 3 a.m. I don't know, but you're here because you want to change your life, and I commend you for that. Thank you so much. Slam the like button if you got value from it. Obliterate it, kill it. Just slam it, guys. Just slam the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tick that bell icon right next to the red subscribe button so you can be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them. And we'll see you guys in the next live. Take care. Have an amazing day, night, morning.